Hello everyone, happy Friday and welcome back to another recap video. I'm coming out, it's a little darker, you can kind of notice the windows open, and I took a while to make this recap video today because I was thinking maybe we're going to get some really nice bounces with some of the swing stocks that we're looking at, kind of a lot of these meme stocks, and we did. But I missed kind of that bottom. Now I'm kind of just sitting around. Either way, it's going to be part of my swing trade portfolio, so it's not really something interesting to talk about today. And then for day trading, since I was so focused on the meme stocks, since they were really selling off, I didn't really do so much day trading, which is a little unfortunate. Actually, I barely did any. So let's go to the chart so I can show you guys exactly what I was doing. And boom, and boom. There it is, EJH. This is the only ticker I traded. And I traded it with fairly small size. It really wasn't super interesting. There was another ticker, a common ticker that we all know, and it was one I really should have been more focused on. And boom, it just loaded, INDO. This one was actually pretty good, but I did not end up doing it. There's really no excuse for it. There was really good action. I was watching it, kind of switching back and forth. You guys know I suck at multitasking. So when I was really dialed in to the swing trades, the meme stocks, I was no longer really super focused on the actual gap and go tickers. So it was a very slow week for me since I didn't trade Wednesday. Yesterday was a small green day. Today it was pretty much a scratch day. I'm just slightly up just because of just a tiny scratch trade with small size. But I gotta say, EJH pre-market had such a nice move, and it was literally the one time I was not looking at the screen. I was out of the room for a little bit because we were getting ready for a lunch, since right now I'm in Europe. Pre-market on TOS opens at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is 1 p.m. my local time. So we're just getting ready for some lunch. And usually I'll be really dialed in, but yesterday was my girlfriend's birthday and her family was visiting. So a little bit of a change of schedule there. I could have called it off for sure. I could have just not went, no problem. But I was looking at the stocks, nothing interesting was happening. And then there was that small window. So let me talk about EJH and talk about why I really like this ticker so much. And boom, here you have it. And actually, let's start on the daily really fast and zoom in. Yeah, the daily is pretty ugly. It's really ugly actually, and it's a sub dollar. I'm never so excited about sub dollars, so I was a little bit disappointed pre-market today, and that's why I decided to leave. But when I was getting ready, you'll see this ticker actually ended up doing something kind of interesting right in this area. Look at this front side from the way to the bottom to the top. It's about a 50% move, not so bad. And this is, let's see, 1 2 3 4 5 big green candles in a row. I would say like 2 or 3 of those are really tradable. It's a diversified consumer service company, 36 million shares outstanding and a 26 million market cap, so fairly small company. It has a buyback program that's going on. I think that's what was driving the catalyst a little bit here. Also some other catalyst as well, something metaverse related. But keep an eye on this 5-minute, and let's go now to the actual intraday day trading chart. Let me show you guys what happened here at pre-market. That was quite nice, and I'm kicking myself a little bit in the butt for not trading this, because this move right here, it could have been 1 or 2 trades and then done for the day. This could have been really good. So all of a sudden this ticker starts popping up. I think this was on my scanner somewhere around this area. This is when I started noticing it. I didn't trade it because as a sub dollar, 100,000 shares being traded per 1 minute is a very small amount. I would be looking for something over 500,000 shares being traded per minute. So first of all, the volume wasn't really exciting to me. So I had a hard time wanting to trade this ticker. I really did not like the daily chart either. And the 5-minute, instantly felt kind of extended, but, it had room to run for sure. And so it had 1 pullback, 2 pullback, 3, and then that last one was really the blow off top. So yeah, I could have been buying these dips back to the 9 EMA and selling into the pops. What I liked about this ticker is had a really quick rate of change. I mean, this candle right here is 10%. This move right here in 3 candles is about 17%. That's really nice. So the rate of change was good, but the volume was lacking. The daily chart was horrendous. So I just wasn't super crazy about it. I guess, if I could go back, I wish I did get a little bit more aggressive on it. In the end, I did get a bit aggressive here at the market open. When it spiked up, had a quick sell-off and popped back up. I didn't really go along with size, like any big size. It was 3,000 shares I went long with. So this was a tiny, like $2,500 position size. I bought a little bit early and I sold pretty much on the retest here with the intent of maybe rebuying. That could have been also a good move, but this would have been a ranging trade at best, more on backside, but there was definitely some good double bottom support here. So I could have done it again, but I just wasn't so excited about it. And then mentally, I was already kind of pivoting gears to watching the meme stocks. And yeah, it put me a little bit out of the flow. What really was one of the hotter tickers today for sure, and this is a ticker that we all know, INDO. It's a ticker we've talked about several times on this channel alone, and that's just, within the last week or so. Maybe even, maybe 2 weeks. And yeah, this ticker has been really crawling up nicely. I mean, from the low here of around $4, up 677% roughly. And it was even lower before, but this is really when it was making a nice base around the 180-day simple moving average. And this is an oil and gas company, so really following that macro trend where oil is crawling up ever since the Russian invasion into Ukraine. And then what I want to show you guys here is crude oil. Let's go to /BZ, Brent crude oil futures, and look at actually we're already on the daily, and you can see we broke clearly with quite decent volume, not like a massive amount of volume, but this crawl up here was pretty strong. Then we had a bit of a pullback day, and 104, 105 is definitely the new big time support on Brent crude oil. So that was a huge move, and a lot of these tickers, these oil and gas small caps, are really just following this macro trend, and you're not seeing a lot of specific micro news specific to the company, but we're still getting these huge runs. I'm obviously feeling like INDO is super top heavy in this area, and I don't really want to be trading it myself, so I'm going to be pause off. At this point, I usually don't like to day trade extended stocks because you're always risking that offering that happens, I don't know, either pre-market or near the market open, and then boom, all of a sudden the ticker is down 40, 50, 60%. So for me, INDO is kind of a no touch anymore at this area. Maybe it's going to keep squeezing up. I don't really know, but it's just the risk reward isn't really there anymore for me. So pause off on this one. And I think that's why I really didn't trade it today, although it really did have some good potential as well. Good little front side here. I really thought this was the end of this ticker, but this is where I was coming in with a lot of biases, and that was a bit unfortunate because if I really put my biases away, I would have really been following the price action, and this was on a forward trend the whole time, so I should have been getting aggressive constantly in all these pullbacks and buying these breakouts. But I don't know, like I said, my mind wasn't really there today. I was really focused on the swing trades overall. I don't really regret it. I'd rather just not trip over myself and live to trade another day, and that's pretty much the essence of what happened today. More or less a scratch day, more or less a no trade day. And if you're wondering what these swing trades I'm talking about all the time are, it's really these meme stocks right here that I've been following and talking about quite often. So again, I'm not going to really review them. My latest stance is really just waiting to reaccumulate these tickers. I recently sold pretty much all of them in a bounce, and now I have low limit orders on them, looking to reaccumulate and looking for another pop back to the upside, because I think most of these stocks are phenomenal buys at the moment. I just want to follow that intraday price action a little bit longer. Sweet guys, that's all for me. Thanks for tuning in. I will see you then first thing Monday morning, and maybe even this weekend, because we have a recap video that needs to come out, and we also have another NFT video in the pipeline, so stay tuned for that. Till then though, guys, have a great weekend. Don't forget to drop a like on the way out and consider subscribing if you're new. We'd love to have you part of the community. Like always, stay safe and make some awesome trades. Ciao.